Hi everyone, Cheryl here with a video on the Pennie Pockets. I came across some Pennie Pockets and I've seen them done in just material. I have never seen them done with paper. So I kind of came up with my own way how to make these, and I'm going to show you. All of these have been made using paper and laces, trims, seam binding, and ribbon from Really Reasonable Ribbon. And so here's this one. They're all done a little bit different. I mean, all with the same measurements but decorated differently. And so I'll just go ahead and show you. All the flowers are made with Really Reasonable Ribbon. And this is actually seam binding, and I just ruched it. So let's go ahead and get started, because I do want to keep my video, try to keep it as short as possible. So the first thing you're going to want to do is grab a piece of cardstock and measure it at 6.5 by 6.5. So you'll need one cardstock, and on all of these I actually used 2 different design papers. So you can do that. I'm just going to do one. I should do 2, but I have one already prepped, so you'll see how I did that. But on this one, I'm going to just do one piece of design paper, and this is also cut at 6.5. So if you're going to use a double-sided, like if this side was the other side, you do the same thing that you're going to do, that I'm doing with this. Sorry, not to confuse you. So we're going to cut this on a diagonal. And so what you would do is, if this was your double-sided, you just flip it over, and because we're going to use that on here. So I'm just showing you really quickly how I did this. So you take your cardstock, and you're going to do one corner to the other corner. So again, diagonal. And then just go ahead and score that. Oh shoot, I think I lost, oh there it is. I have such a mess. Okay, so what you'd normally do is go ahead and glue like this one to the front. So this, in this case, this is going to be my front piece. And since you need to let if you're going to be using liquid glue, you're going to want to let it set aside for a little bit to dry. Otherwise it buckles, and I don't know if I've let my other one dry enough, because I did prep one for this video. So you'd go ahead and put this piece on there, and I'm just using a wallpaper roller. I haven't hung wallpaper in years, so I just use that now. And this side would be your other paper, but in this case, just to show you, so this is my front, and this is going to be the inside. So it would be your other piece here. So I'm going to set this aside, because I can do that one later. And what I've done is to show you, I have one prepped and ready to go. Oh, I got glue. It must have sat in glue. Okay, so now that we have our 2 pieces on here, you want to figure out what you want your front piece. Whatever's facing you is going to be the outer, and the back side will be the inner. So I think I'm using this on the front and the chocolate on the inside. I've also done one, I'm doing 2 different videos, and I'm hoping I can get this done quick, but if not, oh well. You can also take some nice thicker design paper, and this is Stampin' Up, or no, this is not Stampin' Up, sorry. This is, oh no, let's see, oh shoot. I think, oh, this is a Pebble cardstock. So it's a nice cardstock. So you can take that double-sided and cut it in half and glue one side to the other. And this will be a thinner one for those of you who don't want to do a thick one. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. So what you want to do is, in order to make the pocket, you're going to take, so this is the front, you're going to face that towards you, and then you're going to slowly roll. You want to roll this because we want these two back pieces to meet up, just like this. And you can push that down. So that's what we're doing here, is we're just getting those to meet up. And it's kind of hard sometimes to get the bottom part. And it doesn't really have to be too perfect. I mean, you want the inside to match because you're going to see this inside. So the next thing is I'm going to use my, I did. Okay. So I'm going to use my old hot glue gun, and I have cut some pieces here. I'm going to cut them about 1 inch wide, and then you just cut 4 of them. And those are going to slip inside one side and then slip inside the other. So I'm going to start at the bottom and just get those put in. Now, there's another way you can do this too, but I'm going to show you this way. And the other way I was thinking, even on this thick one, was that that should be okay. You could actually glue both these sides down and hold them together, and then use a nice trim and hot glue gun half of it to one side and then half of it to the other, and that'll hold it together. I'll show you on the thinner one how that would work. So you want to get all these in here on one side. Hopefully you could see what I'm doing. And oh my goodness, and I don't have my glue sticks right by me. Never fails. Oh, they're over there. I'm running out of glue. Yeah, my first one actually came together the best for the center. And it was the one that I actually was going to toss it because I thought I didn't have a whole lot of time and I was just messing around, and I thought, oh, I'll work with it later. So you just want to get those in there. So on the top, you'll want to snip a corner off, and it doesn't have to be perfect. And same with the bottom on both sides. That way it goes in. So like that. So I'm just going to stick some more glue in there. Try to keep it off the... Okay. So once you have your little tabs in, now I have done it with a strip and I have a hard time getting it in this side. So a couple of them have the tabs. Okay. So basically what you're going to be doing is sticking these in this side, just like that. Now if your back doesn't line up, that's okay. I have just the hardest time getting that with this thicker one to do that. But so now I'm gonna do yeah, this glue gun's so old, it just... It just leaks all over. It's not the best. I'm going to have a hard time with this one. I figured doing the video, it's going to just be harder to try to get... So you want to make sure the glue is on the top and the bottom. Oh, come on. And like I said, the back meeting up, don't worry, because I'm covering it up. Now you could probably use the double-sided tape on like the front and the back, and once you've got them all on this side, put your double-sided tape in and stick those in. So now for this, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to put them both in at the same time, these two top ones. I've done it with the double-sided tape. And you just want to make sure when you're doing the two top ones that you make sure your front lines up. Now the other thing I was thinking, so there's that one, and this paper is a little wrinkled, but what I was thinking is I did one where and it's not as thick, but this is DCWV cardstock, and I doubled it up, and I used the Really Reasonable ribbon, the sheer block box pleated trim, and I'm going to do that on this one. To run it up the back, and I don't have the black, so I'm going to use, I don't want to use black, or I'll use white on this. So on this one, we're not going to use, or yeah, we are going to use that. I think I want to use, I like it with the brown in the front. So the same thing, you just want to get this to be able to roll in. So kind of just work this. Since this one's thinner, you could, you know, kind of prep that a little bit. But so just line that up. There we go. It doesn't have to be flat. Oh, and the paper kind of ripped right there. Oh well. So now what I'm going to do, this one's thinner, and that's okay, is go ahead and glue the one side of the box pleated trim. So we're just putting half, bring it up a little bit. And this is actually going to be our closure for the back. So, and then just cut it off a little bit past. You can always trim that up a little bit. Now you could try this on the thicker one. I have not done that yet. And to do a video, like I'm already at 13 minutes and I really wanted to keep this video quite short. And looks like I gotta grab orange sticks. Sorry, you guys. Okay. I just moved that rolling unit. Usually it's right next to me. So basically the sheer box pleated trim is going to be what you use to close this up. And you just want to make sure when you're doing it that you can see it in the front, so you get it lined up. So that's the back, and this is the front of it. And then of course you'd want to trim the bottom. I just think if you're going to put anything heavy in this, that you'd want it to be as thick as possible, and I really like the way the thick ones are. I mean, they're pretty heavy duty. So there's that one. So for your front piece, Yeah, see, this paper isn't dry enough. I could tell it's buckling. You really want to make sure I would probably use score tape. I think on the first one is probably what I used was the score tape to hold the paper down to the cardstock. So on this one, let me grab a piece of paper. For your front piece, that piece measures 3 by 3. And you'll know how to decorate it up. You just add your laces and trims. You can do it however you'd like. So on this, I'm just cutting it. There's a 3 by 3, and I'm cutting it the same on a diagonal. And that piece goes right here. And what I usually do is I'll just take it and fold it over. And then the pieces that are sticking out, I just fold them in. And you can use score tape, hot glue, liquid glue. For this, I'm using my messy hot glue gun. Oh my gosh. Just because it'll help this go a little quicker. Okay. So that's what it looks like. So the next thing you'd want to do is just pick what you're going to use to decorate. And I usually start... Hi, hun. Are you leaving?
No, I'm going to the shower.
Okay. Love you. Sorry, you guys. So on this, I just take it and I'll in a hot glue gun from this one down to the one side. I wanted to try to keep this, but at least you already know how to do the one, so if you don't want to finish watching, that's fine. I know a lot of times people don't like to watch the videos when they're super long, and so I was trying to keep it, you know, trying to do a shorter one. So I'm using on this, the front, I'm using the box pleated, or the mini pom-pom that Bonnie carries, and I'm using it in white. And so look at how cute that looks. So you just decorate it up, and you can use, this is a lace, so the next step would be to run the lace, and I always start on the inside from the left. So I'll bring it from my left, bring it here, and then start bringing it up. But I'm not sure if I'm going to use... Oh, that's cute. I'm going to use... This is... Bonnie carries the... It's, again, the box pleated... sheer box pleated trim. And I just start this way because then it just gives me one starting point and then an ending point. So... Just get that inside. Just gives it a nice, cute look. And then I run it up the... And now this is the thinner pocket, penny pocket. And I guess, you know, people that sew with material would take their pieces, you know, their excess pieces of material and make these little pockets. I haven't seen them yet with paper, so if anybody else comes up with another idea, please let me know if it's an easier idea on how to get that back to close. You know, my mom and I have thought of different things to do. So, and then you just embellish it. And so there you have it. And I hope you enjoyed my video today on making these sweet little penny pockets. They can hold candy or, I mean, these are really thick. I really like how thick they are because you don't have to worry about them like, you know, this one bends and stuff. These are just so thick. And, you know, you could put jelly beans in them, candy, little craft items if you want to give to a friend. whatever. I just thought they were the neatest thing and had to make them. And so I hope you enjoyed my video today. Thanks for stopping by, and we'll see you next time. Have a nice day.